The old dirt road is barely visible in the dying light. Trees press in on either side, their branches gnarled claws reaching out to snag the rusty pickup truck as it bumps along the path. The headlights, two faded yellow eyes, cut through the gloom, momentarily revealing the dense woods that surround the path. A chill wind whistles through the trees, rustling the leaves and carrying the scent of damp earth and decaying wood. This is no place for the faint of heart. Locals tell of a darkness here, a malevolence that clings to the very air. They say that no one who spends a night in the cabin at the end of this road ever sees the sunrise. Some dismiss it as folklore, the ramblings of superstitious minds. But the locals know better. They know the truth hidden behind the cabin's rotting facade. The truck finally rumbles to a stop, the headlights illuminating a clearing. In the center stands the cabin, its silhouette stark against the oppressive darkness of the forest. It's a picture of utter decay, the once proud logs now rotten and collapsing, windows boarded shut, and the roof sagging under the weight of unseen burdens. This is no simple woodland retreat. This is a place where fear takes root and nightmares come to life. The cabin sits on the outskirts of Abode, California, a ghost town frozen in time. Once a bustling mining town, Abode met its demise as quickly as it rose to prominence. The gold dried up and the townsfolk moved on, leaving behind empty buildings and whispers of a darker history. The cabin, built in the 1870s, stands as a grim monument to the town's bloody past. It's said the cabin was first inhabited by a prospector named Jebediah Jones. Driven mad by gold fever, Jones allegedly murdered his partners within the cabin walls, burying their bodies somewhere beneath the floorboards. Though never proven, the story of Jebediah Jones became local legend. His presence still felt within the cabin's decaying timbers. But Jones wasn't the only soul claimed by the cabin's darkness. Over the years, the cabin saw its fair share of tragedy. A young family seeking refuge from a blizzard froze to death within its walls. A group of teenagers looking for a thrill vanished without a trace, their fate unknown. Each tragedy added another layer to the cabin's grim reputation, solidifying its place in local lore as a place of death and despair. The stories surrounding the cabin are more than just tales whispered around campfires. There are documented accounts of unexplained events, chilling testimonies from those who dared to venture within its walls. Psychics have visited, sensing a palpable darkness, a cold, oppressive energy that seems to emanate from the very core of the building. One such account comes from Dr. Emily Carter, a renowned paranormal investigator who visited the cabin in the late 1990s. Dr. Carter reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread upon entering, as if she were being watched by unseen eyes. She also documented several EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena, capturing disembodied voices whispering threats and pleas for help. And Dr. Carter isn't alone in her experiences. Countless others have reported similar occurrences, objects moving on their own, disembodied whispers, and the feeling of being touched by unseen hands. Some have even claimed to have seen apparitions, shadowy figures flitting through the darkened rooms, their eyes glowing with a malevolent light. The most disturbing aspect of the cabin's history is what befalls those who dare to spend the night. It's as if the darkness that permeates this place feeds on the living, growing stronger with each passing moment. Those who have braved a night within its walls tell of a slow descent into madness. The isolation, the oppressive atmosphere, and the constant feeling of being watched chip away at the sanity, driving visitors to the brink. There are tales of a young couple, emboldened by youthful bravado, who decided to spend a night in the cabin, eager to disprove the local legends. They entered the cabin with laughter and excitement, eager for a night of adventure. But as darkness fell, their laughter turned to screams. The couple was never seen alive again. Locals found their bodies weeks later, their faces contorted in expressions of sheer terror. The cause of death remained a mystery, but the locals knew the truth. The cabin had claimed 2 more victims, adding their souls to its growing collection of lost souls. But the story doesn't end there. The cabin's sinister grip extends beyond the physical realm, weaving into the very fabric of the surrounding forest. Those who venture too close often report hearing disembodied voices, whispers that seem to come from the very trees themselves. Some claim these are the voices of the cabin's victims, forever trapped and seeking release. There are accounts of hikers who have lost their way, only to find themselves inexplicably drawn to the cabin, as if it calls to them from the shadows. One such story tells of a seasoned hiker who, despite his experience, found himself at the cabin's doorstep as night fell. He described a feeling of intense dread, an overwhelming urge to flee, but his body refused to move. He stood frozen as the whispers grew louder, more insistent, until he finally broke free and ran, never looking back. The forest itself seems to conspire with the cabin, ensnaring the unwary and leading them to their doom. It's as if the very land is cursed, a dark echo of the cabin's malevolent presence. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling content. Would you dare to spend a night in this cabin? Let us know in the comments below.